everybody.
Surprise.
Surprise. We're here.
Hello, explorers, and welcome to Florida Park Explorers. I'm Explorer Jen, Dave the Bear Shark. Bella's in the other room.
Running and hiding and playing.
Hiding. But welcome in, everybody.
Welcome in, everybody. So, we're back, as we probably showed yesterday when we live streamed Primark. So, you should do what you always do. Say hello to everyone.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Jordan. Hello, Jackie, Stevie Lee, Tyler, Hills, D. Welcome in. Lisa M. Hi, Jill. Stitches here. Heidi. There we go. And again, thank you for your help yesterday, Heidi. Awesome. Saucin'. Erica W. Hello, Daniel Berry. Welcome in. Scrolling. Hi, Christine. Welcome in, everybody. Hi,
What's up,
Sandy?
So, we're back.
We'll be back tomorrow in the park. We're going to go to Magic
I
Kingdom.
meant we were home.
We're home, too.
This is a cruise stream.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, so wait. So I should take off my lanyard.
Yeah, we're home. I don't think you need that. I don't think you're going to get into the house, into the room anytime soon. So.
Oops.
So, as many of you know, we just got back from Independence of the Sea, Royal Caribbean. It makes 3 cruise lines this year. We've done Disney, MSC, and Royal. Some things have changed also with where we may be going. Like, we're definitely going back in June. The August trip is up in the air only because I just got an interagency thing. I mean, the price just skyrocketed. So I'm going to call into my office probably tomorrow and find out what's up. Plus, I just got a ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous about Icon. So, and it would be available to everybody, not just me as a travel agent, but it would also be extended to people around us. I've got to get some information on it, but I will be letting you guys know because it's a 7-nighter on Icon. Taxes are included. Rate is as low as $3,200 per cabin. So that's double occupancy, obviously.
Lots to do.
So we have some things we're going to be talking about with that, but I've got to get some more information, and you may see me do a 30-minute travel pop-up during the week this week just to say, hey, by the way, this is a real deal. It may even be tomorrow night. If you can get on now, Jordan will tell you he was with me. He wasn't with me, but he was kind of with me when I was pricing out Icon earlier, and for the 3 of us to go, it was the cheapest itinerary, which was July 13th. And it was still $8,500 for all 3 of us to go. So a $3,200 Icon trip for 7 days on the world's largest cruise ship. We're going to have to see how it goes.
Phenomenal deal.
So June's still doing what it's doing. So our thumbnail may have given away tonight's show. Who's the best? Who have we gone on? What are our thoughts about it? Tonight is not us bashing on one cruise line or another. It's highlighting the good, the bad, and the ugly of all of them. But there is a clear winner.
I beat Disney.
Make no misunderstanding. Stick around to find out which one we feel is the best cruise line and why. And it might shock you, actually, because every one of them brings something to the table. I thought I was going to come out swinging.
Yeah,
or
you
something.
were.
So
use that in the Sam segment we suggested, but
so we basically went on 5 cruises during the last 12 months. For those of you who know, I did not cruise prior to this. I was absolutely terrified of heights. The first cruise ship I went on within 15 minutes, that was over. As a matter of fact, I pretty much proved on this cruise ship by hanging over the sides of the balconies, glass, indoors, outdoors, I don't care.
And I don't know if I was happy or really pissed because of the fact that we could have been on so many other cruises. I was like, really? Really? And I'm like, yes.
So here we are. You got to stop shaking the camera.
Sorry.
Like you're like.
I forgot. Sorry.
We don't need a cheering section.
No, we do.
Theo, you're the best. And welcome in. So basically, here's the way it goes. We went on the Wish twice. We went on the Magic. We went on MSC, and then we just got back from Royal on Independence of the Sea. Uh, and in all fairness, I've been very harsh to Disney. And let me say something, rightfully so. We have yet to pull off a Disney cruise that we didn't have an issue on. You better cross fingers, toes, and everything else because Icon's going to kill it.
Help me out, everybody.
So, I'm not going to rehash it so much other than say first time cruise, went on the Wish. We broke down in Nassau. Was not the best Disney experience, but it was an FP meetup and we had an incredible time. The people that were there made that cruise, plain and simple. The next cruise was Bella's birthday. We took her on the Magic for 5 nights. The ship itself was nice. The cruise itself was good. Our room was a train wreck.
Mm-hmm. What's the matter?
So then we went back in August because my agency basically sat there and said, hey, there's one and it's like ridiculous deal. And if you don't go on it, you're stupid. And I was like, yeah, I'll go.
You know, it's funny. We were on the last cruise on the Wish when it went over from inaugural to the Shimmering Seas. And we were on the last Shimmering Sea cruise that went out.
On the Magic before it
No, the last Shimmering Seas
was it the last one?
on the Wish.
Nice.
And then that's when it went over to they started doing the Halloween stuff. But that was the last.
That's true.
So it's like, I thought it was the other day. I'm like, that's really funny. I missed it. And then I was still able to get the merch.
So the second Wish, we had all kinds of issues with guest services and with what was supposed to happen and with Navigator, which I still can't use on my phone. It's been deleted and re-downloaded like 50 times. So Disney has the right concept, and that is everything's included for the most part. The gelato is not included. The Dole Whip's not included. Booze is not included. So then I started to sit there and I said, well, it's ease, right? You're getting on the boat. You're doing this. You're doing that. It's really simple. And I'll get back to that in a minute. Why? Because then we went on MSC. MSC is, for those of you who don't know, just keep your credit card in your hand the entire trip. Why? Because everything is, they want your room key. They want a credit card. They want something at some time. You're consistently a la carting. However, I'll say this. It was the cheapest cruise we went on. And we went away for 4 nights, and it was by far the cheapest cruise that we went on. There were times it felt like it. But it's a European company trying to Americanize. And I believe in the future, MSC will actually get better at what they're doing.
They have kinks in their system. They do need to work out because there's stuff we didn't understand. Bella we had to get Bella a drink package because everyone in your cabin has to get, if you get one person gets a drink package, everyone has to get the drink package. If an adult gets the alcohol package, every adult over 21 has to get
well, that's on everyone.
Is the alcohol package. Same thing. So she had never swiped her card, so it was never charged. So the gate wouldn't let her off the ship because
everybody knows when we got off the boat last time, I just about came to blows with the guys in security because they put their hand up and almost grabbed a hold of Bella. Had they actually have grabbed a hold of her, this would be a different video. I'd be coming to you from some penitentiary. Now, having said that, MSC was a great cruise line. The boat was beautiful. It was brand new. It was elegant. There were a lot of things about MSC I truly enjoyed. The negative was the lack of communication. Like their app sucks. Their communication's horrible. When you try and get information, it's very hard to come by. I think they'll get better with that as they get critiqued. But the cruise itself was wonderful. Other than the fact I was sick. So it was really knock it off, you two, or I'll separate you. So the thing is, MSC, it was a beautiful boat. Their island is gorgeous. Their activities on their boat were fun. Everything that we did on that boat, I enjoyed it tremendously. The food was good, not great, but it was good.
The kids area where they had the slides and the splash, Bella had a blast. Like she enjoyed it so much.
She enjoyed it so much.
Yeah,
So The pizza's the best.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was looking for their pizza off of the boat. Like, was there somebody that would provide me as good a pizza that I could get on land? And that was difficult. Their pizza's amazing. Their buffet was really good.
The buffet food was good
So was
for
room
buffet. The buffet food was like probably one of like it was really good buffet food. Like you're thinking buffet. No, it was really good. It was better than the dining room
At times.
At
Yeah.
times, and it's funny because other people have said the main dining was the problem, and the elevators were ridiculous with the numbers outside.
But they're all going in that direction now.
Exactly.
Royal Caribbean's updated and said they're going to a smart
Yep.
elevator system as well. So that's coming to Royal as well, and from what I understand, NCL as well. So MSC offers an extreme value, and if they take your credit card and they attach it to your card, which we were having an issue with, that was the reason we constantly were kind of swiping. But if you're sitting at main dining, and this is something I'm sure that I've spoken with MSC about it, and I've done an MSC class through through what we do to get trained and everything. And one of the things was, well, what would you suggest? What I would suggest is don't make me feel like a hobo at dinner. What do I mean by that? I'm sitting there, we're dressed nicely, we're having a nice meal, and you're kind of treating me like I'm going to dine and dash on a soda, which is in my package, and you brought it to me in a can. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, the canned soda in the dining room was weird on
weird.
MSC because it didn't happen.
And Jen's in the middle of like eating. What's up, Nicole? And like Jen's in the middle of eating, and she's like, "Can I get another glass of wine or this or that?" And they're like, "Sign." And it's like, really? Like, you can't wait till the end of the meal? Like,
I was never asked if I wanted another drink. Like
You've
I-
never
there
been
was
asked until this
never been
cruise.
asked till what's coming. What we're going to talk about.
So then, obviously, MSC was beautiful. I loved every aspect of it. There really was not, other than the lack of communication, getting off the boat, things like that really bothered me. But it was a good experience. I enjoyed it. I'll be back on MSC. So we went on an older boat, and it probably is, Erica. You're not wrong, and that's what I said. They got to Americanize with some of what they're doing. And
That
from
makes
what I
sense,
saw them
actually.
building in Miami, their terminal is going to be huge and beautiful, and
my
they're going to be a
gosh.
powerhouse in Miami.
My gosh.
And they've ordered more cruise ships, and they're doing it right. So make no misunderstanding, MSC will come around, but the reason they're giving that value right now is to get their name out there. At some point, they will be as expensive or more expensive than others.
Jill,
Why?
we may
'Cause
have
they
gotten a
do
bougie
it.
glass if we were in the right area because that was all screwed up too.
What's that?
The experience we had.
Oh, I don't know. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure. And we'll find out on the next go round. But what's up, Rosie?
Hi, Rosie.
So, I enjoyed it, but like I said, I believe that you will see in the up and coming years to come, and I mean in the shorter, not longer future, MSC will start to raise that price. I mean, 109, they're cheaper than Margaritaville, and that's the biggest hole on earth. Don't go on Margaritaville. You've been warned. Not to Margaritaville, but Margaritaville the boat.
The boat.
I think they actually, I'm pretty sure that they built it in 1901, and it's probably been raised off the seafloor more than once. So
Scary.
bringing us up to where we just went to was Independence, and the entire process between their app, their communication, their emails,
Best app.
it's incredible. And it's over my face. So, from the moment we got the email, you're ready to book, download the app, do your thing. We both went in and were like, what is this? You could look at every aspect of your trip. You could look at, it was so well explained. And
And you didn't need your reservation number to go in the app. You
Just
just
your
needed
name.
your last name and your booking date and the boat, and it was like boop, okay.
And you could go in and
Start
do what you
buying
need to
your
do.
stuff.
And you could, and they saved you a lot of money if you
Yes.
pre-bought. So you knew before you went on the boat, your drink package was paid for, your internet package was paid for. Everything that you wanted to do could be paid for, and when you went on the boat, it was done. And we were watching in the app as we were. Yes, it was Jordan. as we were watching on our phone, they actually tell you every time you spend something, and it gives you a running total in the app. And I love that because I can miser out a little bit and say, you know what, I don't want that. So Royal Caribbean, uh, getting on the boat. Now we had to change terminals in order to get on the boat, which was a little weird in the beginning. But the truth is, it was not hard to do. You drove down, you dropped off your bags like you normally would at the porter, drove down 3 garages, same area. All I did was go down 2 additional garages. And I parked, I went from D to G. And at that point, it was able to get you in to the garage. We walked downstairs, we got onto a bus. It drove us down 3 terminals. I could have walked, but why walk? So the or the bus takes you down there. We went through the line, went up to security. I will tell you, it was the most comprehensive security screening we've ever gone through on any of the boats. They were very good about what they did. They stopped and looked at. Now they had 6 different security areas for X-ray. Normally there's 2 or 3, but they inspect every bag via X-ray and they look. Which I got to be honest with you, I like that. So it makes you feel more secure about it. Yeah, I agree, Joe. So we went through it quickly. I would say we were in line 8 to 10 minutes. It took us 2 minutes security. We were up in line waiting to board the boat for 5 to 6 minutes. We went up to the young lady. She looked at our stuff. She was very thorough about that as well. As a matter of fact, at one point, I thought she wasn't going to let me on the boat.
Oh, I don't know. I was like,
I thought she was going to tell me I couldn't go. And away we went. We boarded the boat. We were on the boat from security through everything, maybe 15 minutes, and we were on the boat. It was because we pre-checked in, we pre-boarded, we the pre, and while we were driving down, we were able to do the muster drill before we got on the boat.
all they encourage, because they know most people are doing it on the app, the muster drill. They recommend you go in and go to your muster station right away. But we knew we could get in our room and get rid of our carry-on, so we're like, no, we're going to work.
So speaking of which, rooms are ready at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Ready to go. We literally walked on the boat, walked downstairs, dropped our stuff, went up to muster station. They scan your boarding pass. You're done. You're ready to go. We had no bags in our hand. We're ready to go. So we went, we had some food. Food was fantastic right out of the box. They also don't put their tables on top of each other. There's enough room to sit down. One of the things that I didn't like about, I don't remember which boat it was, but it was Disney. We got on the boat, we had all of our suitcases and all of our stuff. Our room wasn't ready. And we're trying to clutter around this little table, and like 50 people are hitting me. And I was getting pissed. There was no room. And on this boat, the way that they had windjammers, which is where you go to get your brunches, was very spread out. It was very nicely done.
The hallways are even wider than, like,
everything seemed like it had more room. We'll get back to that because it's important to the bathroom in a minute. And Windjammer was very...
You need like a bathroom report.
I do. People have to understand how important the
It
bathroom
is important.
You're going away for 5 days.
No,
like you gotta have.
It's not. It's important.
You can't have Randy Quaid stand there with a hose and a cigar.
No.
So we get on the boat and everything was really good. So it was seamless from the word go, and even kids club was easy to sign up for. The arcade was a little shitty, but at the end of the day, it was not great. A lot of their stuff was broken.
And then a lot of them are, well, there was more actual arcade games than in the MSC arcade, because the MSC was like, win me, try to get the claw over the.
There was half and half on this boat.
But this wasn't that. But like Dave said, the games that Bella wanted to play were, sorry, out of service.
Yeah, and they attached the kids club right to the arcade, and right outside of that is Johnny Rockets, which is awesome. Which, if you had our drink package, would also have the shakes. So let's break down that, because this is something I think really needs to be said. Because before I sat there and I said, well, Disney includes everything, but they don't. Well, what do you mean? Either they do or they don't. Well, soda's included. If Royal wanted to be slick, it's $15 a day. On a 4-night cruise is $60. for the for a soda package, standard soda package. If you get the 30 or 40 or 50% off, if you time it right, you can pay $8. So they can give it to you for free if they really wanted to. They charge you like $10 for the cup, and the cup has a magnet in it, and it does its thing, and it tells you it's got the computer chip, and you go up to the freestyle machine.
If you like when you get the cups, the resorts for those of you, or Universal.
So the big thing is, I don't really consider soda package inclusive. I had to pay for all of my coffees. And I paid a lot of money for coffee on the boat because I like good coffee. The other stuff is like they drained it through a sock. It's disgusting. And so I'm paying $5 a coffee twice a day, 4 days. I just paid a lot of money for coffee. Whereas I bought the upper package that included, if I want a non-alcoholic, daiquiris or any of the blended drinks, you want something fruity, you want juice, you want Powerades, water bottles, all that stuff became included, and so did the coffee. So does Disney really include it? No.
No, because the better coffee you
have to pay for it, and they don't include any adult beverage package. You can't buy one.
No.
So every one of their drinks is now a la carte.
I think they try to push those beer coolers or some kind of
They
thing.
pushed a beer cooler, but that's a different thing. What's up, Abe?
Hey, okay.
Like they push it a little differently, but there's no adult package. So every drink that you buy, if you don't buy the drink of the day, which I think is $12, and again, 2 or 3 of those, you paid $36. So do they really include everything? No, because here's the other side of it. When we were just talking about Icon before we came on, Jordan and I were sitting here having a conversation with Jen about what's available on Icon and the fact that there's only 3 ports on a 7-night cruise. And originally I was like, that kind of seems a little weird. They went to, it goes to Kits. Hang on, I'll get to that in just a second. Let me leave this up so that I can do my spiel, and then I'll come back to that pop box. With all of what there is to do on Icon, they're actually really smart about it. Royal is really good about funneling your money back into their boat. They figured it out, and I'll get to why in a minute because I figured that out too. So they're going to take us to St. Kitts. We're going to go to St. Thomas. We're going to go to Coco Cay, which is their island. So kind of really smart. What's up, Disney Daddy-O?
I'm liking these ports.
Yeah. So that goes to those 3, and the rest of the time you're at sea. The boat is huge. How are you going to get to all this if you're not at sea? Plus, all of it's included. They charged you more to get on that boat, but there's more to do. And there are additional fees for Flow Rider, for the
which is awesome, by the way. We saw this
cool.
kid there.
We have a video we're going to release.
Good.
If you want to do the escape room, if you want to do skydiving, if you want to zip line, now you're doing activities, but you're on the boat. They're funneling that money back in, and they do it at a discount so you can save money. Disney, as soon as you're on the boat, the only things that you can pay for are food, like gelato or souvenirs or this. But you have to get off the boat in order to do the excursions. The excursions are $100 a person. You have 3 people, you're going to spend $275, $350 to go to each port and do something, provided you want to have activities. So is it really included? Not on really either one of them, but Royal on the boat has a lot of free stuff too. We played mini golf, didn't cost us a dime. We went to the shows, didn't cost us a dime, and there was some really good stuff. You could do ice skating, but you had a small rental fee for the skates. Yeah, you could ice skate on Royal Caribbean.
And you had a few minutes, like they gave it was very limited time what they did. I think you had like 15, 20 minute windows.
Laser tag was free.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that you can do, some things that you had to pay for.
There's like 2 ridiculously huge water slides. They had the kid zone was absolutely awesome. The water pad that Bella was like playing in. She went down the one slide like 10 times or something. But it was really good, and she really enjoyed the kids club too. One of the things that was different from Disney, like everything was a group activity. The kids were never separated. They watched movies. They did a lot of contest games. The one thing Royal does, which I guess is to be accountable for your children. I'm going to say this after 10 o'clock, they're open till 1 a.m. But anytime after 10, they charge a $10, like a babysitting fee, which cheaper than actually having a babysitter at home. So, but it's very ideal. It's not a big deal. I think Bella stayed late 2 of the nights, and one was the night we saw Grease, but she had a blast and she enjoyed it. So she liked it a lot better than MSC. She felt like confined because the room was very tiny. They were in this one was actually spread out, and then they would go into a larger room at late night. So, but she loved it.
So to answer your question, Jill, no, I don't think Rockwall was more. I think that was one of the places you could go, and it was free.
And they did instructions for kids from like 6 to 12, like a couple of times, so they could teach them how to climb. But you could go up there for free. You just had to reserve it.
But if you were on the app, you could look at every hour of every day a week before you went on the boat and know what you wanted to do.
Now, some of the stuff you couldn't reserve until you actually were physically checked in. But
you would know what
you want to do. Yeah.
So you could actually be planning your day. Plus, unlike Disney, we knew our menu before we went on the boat. We also knew what we were going to be wearing, where we were going to be. It was very informative. We felt very in control of what we were doing. Disney gives you that, hey, you don't have to worry about it. Just go do what you're doing. Here are the characters. You're going to be here. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. But it's limited. MSC, I felt like we got the hang of it on like day 3. Again, not a lot of information. If we went back on it this time, I think we would be way better off than we were last time. I think this was like oops, we got to learn. And,
we would have known we were not in the right dining room, realize on our cards, like, we don't have the right package.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things where I think each one of them offer something, which is Disney offers the nice cruise ships. I will say this. Everyone keeps saying the food on the Wish, the food on the Wish. The problem that I feel is that, with the exception of Jordan, and Jordan's been on a couple of different boats, but even he'll agree with this, is the food on the Wish is fantastic, but it's not the same across the fleet. Each cruise ship does something where, the food's a little different. The food on the Magic was not spectacular. It was good. It was not spectacular. The food on the Magic, the food on MSC was good. It wasn't fantastic. Yeah. I would almost say that the food on the Magic and the food on MSC were comparable. I don't think that there was anything that made me sit there and go, wow, we skipped a night on Magic too.
The buffets actually, I think, were comparable to each other. Like they were good.
I think MSC almost had a leg up on the buffet. Because if you remember all of the ethnic foods that they did, we didn't eat half of it on the
there was a lot of concentration of like Middle Eastern food and stuff.
Well, they would change it and do that. So it was really kind of like, But look, Jessica's saying you got to go to Remy or Apollo. Why? I just paid $7,000 to get on the boat. Why do I got to buy more dining? So that's the point is Disney charges the premium. But do you get that? And we're talking premium value. MSC, convoluted, don't really give a lot of information. Brand new boat, best price, decent food, good shows, great private island. Super affordable. You could go on four MSC cruises to one Disney. Maybe 5. If you plan it right. 5 cruises to 1. So could you go to Disney World, do 2 or 3 days in Disney World, and jump on a 3 or 4 night MSC and wind up where you get the best of both worlds and save a ton of money? Yeah, you can. MSC's Kids Club is not the best. The boat is not 100% kid worthy, but the areas that are designed for the kids, like the Kraken pool and stuff like that, were phenomenally themed. They were great. Royal Caribbean, I would say the Kids Club was good. There's a ton of family stuff.
Yeah, that net climbing thing too. Which
there was a net climbing thing on the side of the boat where I was like, cool, you get to throw your kid overboard.
It's really odd.
So now back to what Popbox was saying. Is it worth it for 11 days on a Royal Caribbean going to Rome? Do I pay the drink package? Any tips for the first time in June? So it's really simple. get a drink package. Whether you get the lowest one or the highest one, I don't know or if you could be the biggest drinker in the world or not. If you're not, coffee's not important to you, you don't care, you're going to be going through Rome, which, by the way, they have great coffee by themselves. And plus, with the Euro line over there, I'm sure that they do it still more European style than the Americanized version that we have over here.
Yeah, because they have like the soda package where it's just the soda, you get your little reusable cup, and then there's the refreshment package, which is what we have, the non-alcoholic, and then they have the liquor, and like that's the next package.
But buy it in advance.
Oh, definitely buy in advance what you want. Figure out what you're actually going to drink, because I would, if you buy the 2 adults, the highest level package for 2 adults, after you lose the sale, it's like paying for another cabin. Like it's
expensive.
ridiculous.
So make sure that you get your 30% off online or whatever they're charging currently as a discount. But definitely get your drink package, because that's going to make all the difference in the world.
But totally recommend getting your stuff beforehand. Like, well, let's just say, will I need the internet? How many devices will I need? And I believe you can add the extra device later, because I had to cancel a package and it canceled it right away. And then it went right. And then I went back in and fixed it, and it wasn't a problem. So,
but it's confusing.
It is confusing.
Admittedly so. And since you didn't use us as a travel agent, contact your travel agent and find out what are the things that you can do. But definitely download your MSC app, get into it, get your booking number, itinerary in, get everything up and running, so that you can see what's available to you. And if you have any questions, call MSC or call your travel agent.
It's a Royal Cruise.
Royal, whatever.
Yeah.
What did I say? MSC?
Yeah.
Royal. Call Royal, and they'll walk you through it and they'll explain it to you. Royal's probably one of the most comprehensive out there. In my opinion, they have one of the best apps, if not the best app. So why is this?
Let me answer
Ansel?
Let me answer Michael's question. So if you don't have any drink package, you have coffee, the iced tea, the juices that they give you, water.
They're very watered down.
They're very watered down, the juices, but you can get coffee and tea. And they did have several different tea bags that you could pick from. If you think you're not going to drink any premium stuff and you just want to do soda, just do the soda package on board. And I think you pay it's like less than $10 a day if you pre-do it, which is nothing. And you have your reusable cup, and when you go to dining, they'll see, oh, you have a soda package, they'll get you some soda.
And bring one of the things that they do it's the drink holder around your neck, so you're not carrying a cup around.
Well, we're gonna look into see if we can.
Yeah, we're gonna try and make FPE ones for you guys, because we see the value in it, and what we can do to kind of help out.
And don't use your little lug bag, because the cup does not fit right, and it's just not. It
Sarah,
just didn't
what's
work
happening?
out very well.
So why are these companies the way that they are, and which one's the best? But before we get there, let's talk toilets.
Oh, I should have found a flushing noise.
So let's talk toilets.
To record the cruise toilet, because it makes that a specific sound.
Yeah, it does. If you book drink package with Royal and you find it cheaper, can you alter the cheaper price? So, if you're booking on your own, I would call Royal Caribbean and I'd argue it down. I would. If you had a travel agent, call your travel agent. Your travel agent's supposed to keep track of those things. Because
we're going back in June on Independence, and I saw it's the same pricing. I'm curious, Memorial Day, I'll still be able to pre-buy, and I'm like, is it going to be a better deal? So it's like, do I get it now, and then what's going to happen? So I'm going to ask my travel agent.
So the good news is when you have a travel agent that says, well, let me call in the Royal. That's the whole thing. Is we have a separate website that we can actually go in. I can ask a bunch of questions, and their AI is fantastic. So by all means, make sure that you do these things. If you pre-do it, it's so much better. So why are these like this? Let's talk toilets for a second, because this is a huge thing. I don't mean to be ugly, but let's be honest. We're all going to use the bathroom. You're at sea for a few days.
Hi, Lizzie.
Okay, it's going to happen. For anybody who doesn't like sitting on a spackle bucket with a toilet seat on top of it, you're not going to be happy on Disney. It is a round little hole, and it is horrible, and I don't enjoy it. Um, so
That- I was gonna highlight it. That's just really funny.
that's why you have poo pants. So the thing is, it's a horrible thing, but the toilet size, in other words, where it is in the bathroom in the deluxe veranda, is way better. What's up, crew? So because it's a split bathroom and you have the shower on the other side and it has its own door, the bathroom has a little bit more room, so you're not like when you get on MSC. No joke, in order to sit down, I had to open the cabinet door so that my knee would fit underneath it. There wasn't a lot of room, and again, it was like sitting on a spackle bucket. No, Sim, not the accessible ones. Accessibles are totally different. Your bathroom, when I saw the pictures of it, your bathroom is huge. The bathroom is bigger. The toilet is bigger. Plus, it has your standard handicap handrails. However, I went on Royal, and the first day I was on the phone with Sam and with Jordan, and they were like, "Okay, so what's the commode look like?" And I kind of popped my head in, and I went, "I'm in deep trouble." The shower looked horrible. The bathroom, it was a train wreck until I had to actually go in there, and I sat down and I realized it wasn't round, but they actually made an elliptical, or like it made it a pear shape to the front to help the guys out. It was still tight, and my shoulders went from shower
the space
to
was
wall.
tight where it was placed. Yeah,
It was shower to wall, no doubt about it. But at least I didn't have to open up a cabinet to stick my knees underneath it, so that was a bonus. The shower was better than at MSC. MSC, I had to actually open the door to finish showering because there wasn't enough room for me. Royal, they have these rounding doors that close shut. It wasn't great. It was okay. I still had to open it up a little bit to help out, but at the end of the day, it's confined space. You're not like, I think that they're like, hey, get in, get out, get done. But I give props to Royal for thinking the toilet situation through. Can I, George? I would. I'd go $5 at the door. Line starts to the left. I was going to use your shower and just not tell you guys. I was going to just get another key made and be like, no, they told me I could. So, it's really one of those things where the dumb little things that we don't think about, like going to the bathroom, become an issue. One of the things that Jen was irate about before we got going was the Pullman bed. The Pullman bed is the one that comes out of the ceiling. Now, it's right above our bed, like over our heads. And Jen was like, oh, this is horrible, this is crap. It was probably the best placement it could be in the room.
Oh yeah.
The only time she hit her head, well, she hit it 3 times in a row, but it was all in succession. She did it literally at the same time. So we got it out of our system. With a strike 3, she was out.
I bounce.
Yeah. So I bet. And so basically, it was far enough out of the way where you shouldn't have any issues. Bella got used to it. It was not the greatest night's sleep. We're going to actually start packing a 2-inch foam for Bella to sleep on top of what they do for the bedding, because she's had some issues with sleep. And she came home today or last night, and she was not spectacularly well. Like, she's got a little sniffles. I think we ran the crap out of her, and so on and so forth. My experience was Cruise Line. Yeah, they're not bad.
They were spacious public bathrooms for a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And Dave said this, and I totally agree with him. They're a cruise company, so
yeah. Hold on, I haven't gotten there yet.
I can't.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm going
I
there
got
now.
Excited.
I'm going now.
Oh, he
You
wants
ready?
to say it. That's why.
No, well, there's a reason. There's a rhyme and a reason for the whole thing. So, Disney is an entertainment company. They do live streaming. It's where they're focused. They're focused on live streaming. That's what they care about. It shows. All right. So in the parks, it's all hyperbole. It's kind of just conjecture as to what's up, Michelle, as to what they could do with potentially, like, hey, I could do 6 more parks. We could do this. We could do that. Yeah, we're going to expand our fleet. But if they don't expand their fleet the right way, they're going to get left behind. Icon is probably the most, pardon the pun, but iconic boat out there. Utopia is coming out. It is incredible. I've seen the video. I just took my test on it. It is unbelievable. Odyssey is incredible. Wonder is, I mean, these boats are huge. They're beautiful. They're designed with the families in mind. So Disney's an entertainment company that does streaming that brought boats into the equation. I don't think that that's their focus. I think that they're just saying, hey, you know what? If we throw some characters on there, people won't notice that there's nothing else. MSC is a European cruise line, and I can tell you that the Europeans think that they're one of the best. They love them over there. They love MSC. Comes out of, it's an Italian cruise line company. So I can tell you that they're a great cruise company, and I think they're going to become better as they become more Americanized, at least for our tastes, anyway. And then you have Royal Caribbean, which is
a cruise company.
They're a cruise
They're
company.
a cruise company.
They don't do hotels. They don't do theme parks. They don't do streaming. What they do is they cruise, and they bring in entertainment companies to provide the best. And the proof is in Greece. Greece was such a good play. The musical was fantastic. They did a great job. The characters were awesome. Every part of that show, even the drop downs in the stage where the car went through the stage, and what they were doing was spectacular. What's up, Baker? The ice show, it's real ice. It's not Formica.
And it's and it's a tiny space. Like, it's like, I've been to Ice Capades, and this is like a third of the size. It's such a tiny space, and the fact they could do what they were doing in that tiny space, that's like true talent right there.
Wait till you see the round auditorium on Icon.
Oh my gosh.
So, and that's the point, is they sat there and said, what will guest experience on the boat be like? Not, hey, this is our name, come sail with us because we're the best, we're going to charge the most. That's where I think the rub comes in. There was so much to do. We did the ice show, we did the magician, we did Greece, we were at we went for laser tag, we went and did the putt, we did the slides, we got off Haiti is the island you didn't know you wanted to go to. It is beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And oh, by the way, on their island, there's a water slide that comes down the side of the mountain that's gorgeous. They have an aqua park in the water for everybody to play on. There's an alpine roller coaster. There are there's jet skis, there's kayaks, there's
the zip line.
There's a zip line that goes from the top of the mountain over the water. Wow. I mean, wow. The food was good. The drinks were heavy-handed. Everything about it was really good.
And the food on their island was it was good. Like the bird, like they had a jerk chicken. It wasn't, it was half jerk chicken, I want to say, because it wasn't.
But the food was good, though.
It was good. The chicken was moist. The
and
burger was really good.
There were no birds.
Yeah, there were no birds.
Which is weird, because anybody who's been to Castaway, tell me how annoying those birds are, because you want to go nuts and just start snapping.
You need a pack.
Start snapping birds' necks. Just grab that thing.
Oh yeah.
So, the birds that are on the island they're insane, and they're trying to steal your food while you're eating it, and it's annoying as hell. But there were no birds. Now,
it was weird. And thank you, Sarah, by the way.
I did not complain one time on board or off. I have no complaints about Royal Caribbean whatsoever. Room service the first night, the food was okay, but only half the food. And then every other thing that we ordered was fine. I didn't have an issue with anything.
Then when you do the breakfast, they bring so much food.
Oh my God, there was so much food. It was like a mountain of bacon.
But it's funny, we always say there's 3 people in the cabin, and they only bring like 2 like napkin roll sets. It's like.
So the only negative, because I have to find something, because you guys will be like, oh, he's totally biased. He must own stock in Royal Caribbean. So when you're in Haiti, there's a road if you walk too far and you get up towards the edge of where their compound is, they allow some of the locals to come in and pedal. Now, it's a soft touch. They don't come up and push because they're not allowed to. But they do ask, and they're all in one spot. So if you avoid that spot, you don't have to go up there.
You can walk down on the beach
You
instead
can
of walk up.
Exactly.
The guy, I think, deliberately pointed us up to his
I think,
buddy.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that the bartender was like, "Yeah, go up there, you
He gets
rookie."
the kickback or
Yeah.
something.
So they kind of pointed us that way. Had I have kept going straight, I would have
We
walked
would have
into
been
food.
fine.
But other than that, there are no complaints. I don't
No.
have any issues with anything that happened. I will say to you, for everybody who says, "Oh, Royal doesn't have any like things with their guests," that's crap. We watched a bunch of stuff happen. When you allow somebody to have 15 to 100 drinks a day, things are not going to go according to plan, including the woman who absolutely backplanted right in front of Belle and Jen while I was in discussing the next cruise office, 10 feet away, and all you heard was Gaboonski. Like she hit the ground with some thunder.
So we felt like Bella and I felt it, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, that woman fell down." She's like, "Oh my gosh, is she okay?" I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Let's see what happens." I go, now, oddly enough, the cruise director was walking by at the exact same time like this happened. So she was down, and there was medical there right away, and like other people. They got her off the ground, so I'm guessing she was okay. But it was I was like,
They didn't know. They were like, "Hey, let's get this lady out of the promenade." But the thing is, like, there were issues with, certain guests because alcohol's involved. And I mean, let's be honest, people get a little too bombed. The next thing you know, you have somebody standing on their balcony hooting and hollering, throwing ice cubes at one another. There was all kinds of stuff. So anybody who says, "Oh, well, it's elevated," I don't know about that. So what's our overall grades? They're all the best. They're the best at what they do. Disney is the best at being a theater. Now, by the way, I'm not taking that as a cop-out because I'm going to give you the answer. Disney's the best at doing what they do, which is they're an entertainment company providing a cruise for people who are saving up all year, and this is their Disney vacation. You do get the Disney feels if you don't have Disney characters in your backyard. So going and seeing those characters, going and doing those interactions, having the themed nights, and then doing Pirate Night, plus the fireworks at sea, and all of those things are spectacular. It is a much more casual cruise in the sense of everybody's wearing Mickey shirts and stuff. So it's very casual. You can walk around very, like you don't have to really worry. You can almost and we did see people in their pajamas because that's acceptable. So.
well, the one place is open till like 5 a.m. The Promenade Cafe is open like till 5 a.m.
No, I meant on Disney.
Oh, well, they were wearing pajamas in Royal too.
Not as much. Now, when you were on MSC, there was a little bit of almost like a tropical Latin feel to the boat the whole time. Everybody, like, as soon as you got towards cocktail hour, the girls and the ladies were in, nice sequins dresses and the fun beach wear and all that. And the guys had on, Caribbean hats and it was pretty good. Daddy, I'll tell you in just a second. So the MSC had a lot of places to gather, and there was music, and it was exciting, and there was a lot of enjoyment and entertainment. And MSC, for the value, they're the best value. I highly recommend them. Anybody who shortchanges themselves and doesn't go, I think you're selling yourself short. You're missing out, and that's your choice, which is cool. There's 10 different different cruise lines, and more. So, which brings us to Royal. It's the best family one, in my opinion. I think it beats Disney when it comes to family entertainment. If you want to drop your kid off at Kids Club and go do your thing and be without your kid and go do whatever it is that you're doing, Disney's fine. If you want to spend time with your family and it's a vacation and you want to do stuff and you want to build those core memories, Royal Caribbean's the way to go. We did everything together for the most part. Bella wanted to keep going in the Kids Club, but when we weren't doing those things, then there were adult things for us to be doing. So they had a very good mix of both things. So who's the best? In my opinion, for my family, and this is my opinion, it's Royal Caribbean. So far, I've been on one cruise with them. I'm going on another one in June. For Bella's birthday, we were going on the exact same itinerary. So that is already, we have the deposit down, which leads right into Daddy-O's question. I did go into Next Gen Cruise, and they give you, it's a $200 deposit, and it's an open-ended booking. The cool part about it is transferable between names, between cabins. You can transfer so that your travel agent can help finish your booking, which is super important to us because at the end of the day, I needed to know that I could handle my own booking, which I'm allowed to do. If you're on there and we booked your cruise, they will send me an email and actually tell me that you have put a deposit down. I highly recommend it. It's a $200 deposit. You're booked. You're ready to go. Now, they do give incentives for the faster you book your next cruise because they want to get the rest of that deposit out of you. Royal Caribbean's pretty good about $250 per person. So it's about a $750 deposit in most cases. Now, that's not always the case. It can be significantly less. I just paid $300 for our cruise in June, but the full balance is due at the end of the month. I think it's that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Do you want this one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So, at the end of the day, Disney provides those Disney feels. It's very, very family oriented. There's no casinos. There's no real smoking. There are smoking areas, but it's designed with the kiddos in mind. I wish that they'd gone one step further and actually made it so that it was more family oriented. MSC, there's not as much for the kids. It's more for that 20 something to 55 something, and I think that there's a really good range in there. There's stuff for the kids to do, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like, oh crap, there's nothing here to do. Bella's not a fan because Bella's a kids club snob now, which is okay. That's all right, don't take it personally. And then Royal Caribbean, she found out that there was the best of both worlds. Her words exactly were, this or Disney, I don't care. So
because there was other things to do besides kids club, like we could go and we just let her, she could go on the splash pad and just run wild. It wasn't like, because the one on Disney it's like, it's tiny, it's for little kids.
Well, not only that, how many times did she go on the yellow slide?
Oh yeah,
50.
Okay, because there was no line for a while, like there was a lot of kids going up. So.
But the thing is we weren't in port.
Yeah.
So when she was doing the slide on Disney, there's not a lot of them. Royal upped their game by adding so much for the kids and to spread people out a little bit more.
And the hot tubs by the splash pad, genius. Because you can sit. I was on one side, Dee was on the other, because that's where the sun was, and I was like, I'll sit over here. I didn't want it. I just wanted sun, didn't want a tub, and we could see her from both sides.
And then the flip side to it is their pools and their hot tubs were open late.
Yeah.
I made a short about the fact that I was sitting down on the promenade at 10:30 at night, and there were people around. Good luck finding out on a Disney boat. Now MSC is the same way as Royal. Royal and MSC share a lot of commonalities, other than the fact that MSC does not have their communication down. The only reason that I'm not giving MSC more props is because their communication is horrible. They don't do a good job in their app. They don't do a good job with communication. As they fix that, their grade will improve. Disney, if they just did the most common things, if every deck was themed the way the boat was, if it was Magic, there should be different levels of Fantasia. There should be different things. If you have to put wallpaper up, why do you care what the wallpaper is? Why can't it be the brooms with the buckets in their hands going down and the floors looks like water? Why are we not theming these boats? That's what you're good at. That's what you're supposed to be. Do it. MSC, I'm expecting a little bit of a Euro feel to it. I felt more of a Latin Euro feel to it, which was awesome.
Good night, Stevie.
Good night, Stevie. And then last but not least, Royal Caribbean had the feels. Everybody was nice. Our room steward knocked on the door the first day, introduced himself. What can I do to help you? There's 2 different times of the day that they can come. Which do you prefer? Obviously, if you're in a room, we'll come back.
And then on port days, they come like the one time they come early because they were expecting you to be
Luggage was easy to get. Our servers were top notch, hands down.
They were amazing.
We are requesting them for the next cruise as well. They were phenomenal. Every aspect of that cruise went off without a hitch. I have nothing bad to say. So they have to win because I've given Disney 3 chances. 3 strikes. They were out in my book until this one sandbagged me for 50th. So, it's by the way, Kate actually brings up a good point. Everybody make sure that notifications are on since the update that YouTube just did.
Oh yeah,
It's
make sure you're subscribed.
It's unsubscribed some people, and it's also knocked off notification bells. So double check your notification bells, and hit the like button. So, the big thing is, it was very enjoyable, and they didn't focus a lot. I got to be honest with you, on shopping. There are things in there if you wanted to buy or you wanted to do, but it was nothing.
I called it your typical cruise where you go in. They have the jewelry deals. They have the chains where you can get get bracelet made. You pay by the inch or whatever, or centimeter or whatever it is. It was your typical cruise, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is how I remember cruising is. But it has so much more to it. It's just like everything. Like, oh wow, this is amazing. And then they add more to it. It's like, it's even better. So this is just well done. One thing, Royal, you gotta fix the pizza.
Yeah, pizza
All I'm
sucks.
saying.
It's like,
Because you're open till 3 a.m. That's fantastic.
well, no, drunk people love that
Drunk
pizza.
people, absolutely. I understand what the appeal is, but I was like,
Now, I was looking for a different colored mouse. It was the gray mouse, the one that goes, "Hi, everybody, it's Chucky," because that's the kind of pizza it was. The pizza sucked.
And I had a chicken barbecue pizza on. Now I'm not like a barbecue person, but I tried it on an MSC. It was amazing, even though it wasn't like regular pizza. I was like, oh, we'll give it a try. No.
So to answer this one's a huge thing because this was the entire MSC episode last time. Disney has this done right. Oh, that's awesome, Daniel. You're going to enjoy it. I just did a class on Utopia. I'll get to you in a second.
Nice.
So Disney, when you get off the boat in Disney, it's easy. You literally do what you do off the boat. Everything's paid. You get your little notice, yada yada. Walk off the boat. When they call your thing, boom, you're done. You get down. Your bags are sitting exactly where it matches your character. Your character matches your tag. Boom, grab your stuff. To customs you go. Royal was a little easier. They zip line you through this line out and around the door. You're constantly walking, moving off the ship the whole time. I would say from the time that we hit the one area where they go to scan you until the time we got to our car was about 20 minutes.
And the other thing is, we had a card. Our card actually worked. We actually tied it to our account prior to getting on, and we had prepaid a lot of our stuff, so it wasn't like, okay, I went with Bella scanned. Do you know how I like take a breath? I'm like, oh my gosh.
So who's the worst? MSC is horrible at this.
Yes.
They are so
No
bad
information
at debarkation. It is incredibly bad. As a matter of fact, if you did not see our MSC video when we got off in January, go back and look at it. I literally almost got into a fist fight with the security guard. They almost grabbed my child, which would have been the end of them. And like I said in the beginning, I would be doing this from a penitentiary. Don't touch my child. So it was not a great experience getting off MSC, but now knowing the process, I would go about it differently. Go back and watch that one. That one will tell you a lot about the MSC debarkation if you're going that direction. Let me go through some of these. I'll be going on Utopia. Utopia I just did a class on, just got certified on. Utopia is amazing. I was trying to go on that boat in August. They just jacked the rate. I'm calling in tomorrow to find out about it, but then I got an Icon, which is going to be the same price as going on Utopia. Why in the world would I not go on Icon instead? Like,
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, it might be my birthday present.
Birthday.
Anniversary birthday for Dave. So we'll see about that, but I can't wait to go on Utopia. The boat looks beautiful. So you're going to have a great time with that. There's pizza place, resort. It happens. I need a room, microwave. You can request.
You can't get a microwave.
No, you can't get it.
They have a cooler fridge in there, like
There's
more
a fridge.
for drinks. And if you do, we did find out you can get medical fridges for obviously medical needs to have in your room because it's fun. I actually saw one when we were leaving, and I go, "There's the medical fridge." So they do have those available. Thank you.
And the what?
So one of the things that Royal Caribbean does, which I thought was amazing, and I haven't seen this since we lived in a condominium where you could request service on your app. But on their app, you have to actually scan the QR code in the room, and then you put in your room number, and you can request extra towels, toilet paper, any kind of bathroom supplies. If you need something fixed in the room, you check it, you send it into them. They're there it says 30 minutes to an hour. The first time they came, it was like 15 minutes. And then the second time they came, it was like about 20 minutes. It wasn't even 30 minutes. It was like, and I did it when people were at dinner, so no one's requesting anything. So these guys are standing around and they're like, oh, perfect. But I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Again, I have now, let me nitpick because I'm good at it. There were stupid little things. The handle that went out to the deck was loose.
Oh, yeah.
Was it the end of the world? No.
Hey, Sarah.
Could you see the age in the boat? A little bit, yeah. Were there things like Bella's Pullman bed? Yes. They were a little bit just beat up. Is the boat due for a refurb? Probably inside the rooms, I would say yes. But does it take away from your cruise? The answer is no. Now, if you're a total snob, yeah, it might affect you. I'm just below total. So...
Well, we had a really nice... The balcony that we had was amazing, and we didn't have any soot issues. Which was kind of nice. But it was nice to have that. So when we were in the room, we were usually out on the deck or sleeping.
So we weren't in there for anything other than to kind of hang out and chill out, and usually that was outside. And there was something about having, and I understand why Jordan loves it so much, because the propeller wash sounds like a waterfall. Mm-hmm. And I fell asleep like twice to it, so and it's not hard. Yeah. But it's so it's really just one of those things where, all in all, it was a great experience. We had a great time doing everything that we did. To get Bella and Jen on board saying, hey, it was as good. I didn't hear any bitching about, a lot of things, which I heard the first time because, they were both apprehensive about MSC, and I still don't get it. I'm not even going to tell you I do, because I don't. I think it's unfounded. I think it's a great cruise line. I think it's a lot of fun.
All right, so we will give it another chance. I think a lot of you were sick. So
don't blame me. I said it was great the whole time, and I was sick.
But maybe because we weren't with you, and you were sick when we were doing stuff. I don't know.
Anybody else buy that? I don't. So, it would not be a home stream if we didn't do something. What do we like to do? We like to do giveaways. Woo. Everybody, hashtag Winter Royal. Winter Royal. Show them here. We picked this up on board. We want to do something kind of fun for everybody.
It's a 2X.
It is a 2X because I don't know why we bought a shirt, but we did. It's a 2X shirt. You can give it to somebody else. It is a...
Or it is a night shirt.
Cruising Caribbean, Royal Caribbean shirt logo. Throw it in there. It's Winter Royal.
It's a shirt.
It's a fun shirt. Wanted something so that anybody who's into cruising or any of the fun stuff, want to do a giveaway for you guys. Just something that said, hey, we went on Royal. We didn't do this on MSC because I was sick as a dog. They
didn't have the cool shirts like Royal.
No, they didn't.
Royal had like some really good, as I call them, the novelty T-shirts. When we're in Disney, they had like for all their, they had like the Bahamas one. Dave got a nice Labadee one. But Bella even got her famous cruise sunset T-shirt that she has like 20 TCL ones like that.
But that was the whole thing, was just enjoying what they had to offer. And I mean, Jen said to me, she's like, oh, they've got a kiosk set up with, shirts, and, we could grab this, we grab that. So we all grabbed one for the next one when we were on. And I said, well, why don't we do something for the community, and let's do a little giveaway. Let's have a little fun with it. It's a T-shirt. We just picked a generic size because at the end of the day, how could I possibly pick the right size?
Yeah.
If you win and you're a 2X, buy a lottery ticket. So what's up, Mickey Me? We hope you're doing okay. So let's see what happens. I think we're there at this point. Of course, you have to factor in your Disney.
Yeah, that's the other on Disney. You're buying something. Like,
well, and that's the thing is in my opinion, Disney's the most expensive. Now, that's not fair because today I found out that Royal Caribbean Icon can be more than a Disney cruise, and it was. But I believe the value is there because there is so much more to do. I, you know, that's just my personal opinion. And so what's happening? All right, so let's go ahead
Kathleen.
and hey, Kathleen, let's do the draw. We
right,
only have
so
23 people. Good Lord, I don't do this.
We're giving away a shirt. People are hopping in, so we want to 2x. Is it on the screen? I don't even know.
You're on here. Wait, let me hide behind it. Yeah, it's on screen. It looks like it's on screen.
I was gonna bring it down and show your head.
That's
but, okay. No.
So
2x. Picked it up on board.
Yeah, no doubt.
Winter Royale.
Winter Royale, because we should have done this. We've done a giveaway on virtually everything.
I had a feeling Kathleen was gonna jump in.
What's up, Lorna? So, at the end of the day, we wanted to just do something. We're going to be doing an IG giveaway soon on my account because I'm losing people on IG. It's like you people hate me.
Sim, it is a floating city. Like it is.
They're all floating cities, but this is almost
like a mega
it's like a mega city or a metropolis. I almost expect like superheroes flying around it. All right, so let's roll this beautiful bean footage and see who wins. Mike, you
Mike,
just
you
got
won
a
this
shirt.
shirt. There you go.
There you go.
It's fantastic.
We'll include it in Jill's next
Yeah.
box.
It's fantastic.
So congratulations to Mike. That's hysterical. I love it. So that's kind of where we are. Congratulations to Mike Walkbritt, who will also be joining us, as well as a bunch of you will be joining us for the Disney Cruise on the Treasure, 2025, a year from right now. It's actually, we're a little under. We're almost at the 11-month mark. So tons of cool stuff.
David had a question.
Hold that thought.
What did you think of the food in the main dining room?
What did I think? So, the first night I thought the food was really good. There were some pros and cons. I will say this to you. The last night that we had, which was Caribbean night, might have been the best meal I've ever had. Started off with coconut shrimp that were to die for. The tiger prawns that they had, which I had as a part of my main course, were crunchy and awesome, and now I want them and I hate you. And then I ordered the filet mignon that night because I have tried it on every boat, and I wanted to try it on this boat. And I tried it, and it was a $20 upcharge.
Yep, $19.99.
And it was fan-freaking-tastic. I can almost cut it with my fork. It is cooked over at Chops as opposed to at their main dining area, so it's prepared a little different.
Chops is their steakhouse. It's like $55 per person to go in, and you can pretty much run of the mill. Obviously, you have to have a drink package, or you buy your drinks. But it's appetizers you want, meals that you want, and they cook the steak over there. So it came, and the lobster tail they do over there as well, and that was really good. And that's a $17 upcharge. And if you get the two of them together, it's $35. The surf and turf.
Bougie Belle decided she was going to try the lobster tail with the New York strip steak. This is what I've done to this child. Can you order one?
Yes.
More than one item? Absolutely. You can order whatever you want. They don't care.
The only upcharge are the filet, the lobster tail, and if you do combine the two,
They save you $1.
Now MSC, on the other hand, when you order any additional dinner, like entree menu, it's a $5 upcharge.
And
Disney
doesn't care.
And I found out quickly because the guy next to him, like, so he goes, oh yeah, no, there's no upcharge. I'm like, perfect.
So I had the chicken parm. I did not do the surf and turf that night. What I did was, Bella got the lobster tail and
She had the steak.
the steak that night.
Yeah.
I had a piece of her lobster because it was freaking awesome.
It was really good.
And I had the chicken parm, which, to be honest with you, they needed to mallet out a little bit more. And I don't like Royals tomato sauce. I didn't like it on the pizza, and I didn't like it on the chicken parm. It was too sweet for my taste. That doesn't mean it was bad because it was fresh. It was decent, but it needed to have that sweetness cut. The chicken parm was not bad. I ate over half of it, and I ate. I think that was the same night I had a steak.
Yeah, I think you got the sirloin that
I think I
night,
got the
and I got
sirloin
it.
that
I
night.
wasn't a fan of the sirloin.
The sirloin sits in a little bit of its own.
My favorite meal was it's the French night, but I had a seafood pasta, and I got the lobster tail that night, and I added the lobster to the seafood pasta. So good.
So the food in main dining was fantastic. You know, if you're into broadening your horizons and eating a lot of the things that they have, the menu was fantastic. I mean, I showed it every night as to what we were eating, showed you guys what we were having, and the reason that I did that was I was trying to show you guys how good the food really was, and they didn't care what I did. I mean, I was ordering all kinds of crap, and they were just like, "Yep, here you go," and just it was very easy. The service was top notch. You didn't go 10, like if your drink got down to about a quarter, you had another drink sitting on the table, and sometimes they brought you two.
They asked if I wanted another cocktail, which I was like,
But yeah,
I had to make sure I was on a boat.
so the long and the short of it, everybody, is, in my opinion, for families, at least from our experience, the best is Royal Caribbean. I would say Disney falls in line with service and food. Not guest experience is not. I don't think that they beat Royal, in my opinion, because there's not enough. There's not enough things for guests to do. Everything is an additional charge, and even though everyone says, "Well, everything's included," that's not true. So I'm definitely going to dispel that rumor because the excursions, which are the only times that you actually can do anything, there's a charge for. And then the rest of the time on the boat, there's not much there. So like when we go on the Treasure, for those of you who are going with us, keep in mind we're not going to go breaking banks, but there's a lot of things where we're not going to be doing excursions because I don't want to tack on $1,000 onto the trip in just excursions. Doesn't mean we're not going to do some things. We're not going to have some fun because we absolutely are going to have a blast. Plus, we have some things that we have scheduled for days at sea. And there's still the royal gatherings, and there's all the meals, and there's the bounding, and there's the craziness and the shenanigans. And then there's just going to be the time where we all just get together and just enjoy each other and have some fun and do what we did on the Wish and at the meetup in December. So all of those things being equal, it's a lot of fun. As Jordan just put in, please vote for Gertie. She dropped back to 4th place. We need you guys to do this. It's going to be a little bit of a longer road. We didn't understand the rules of the contest,
No.
but we still want Simi to win. We want her to get on that front cover. It will help her channel tremendously while she's able to bring to light, because it's a dog magazine, it doesn't have to do with SMA, but because she's an SMA ambassador, it will allow her to get out there and show how, what SMA is and how to best, do things with it. I was trying to read that as I was talking.
What's input?
Yeah, does Royal have noticeably less kids than Disney? No. Than Royal? Than MSC? Yes.
There's a good amount of kids on board.
Yeah. There are a lot of kids, and it's family oriented,
and like all age range.
But the good part about it is they split up a lot because there are so many things for people to do. They're not all in one spot, and that I think is what the point of this is. Disney may be Disney, but the way that the parks work is they are designed to take you to a show at such and such a time in front of the castle, to have you sit on Main Street so that they can alleviate line pressure while also showing this, while allowing food. They don't have that on the boat. It's not there. So you packed all these people in and didn't give them enough activities, and then everyone piles in, and then you know what happens? They complain. If you're waiting 50, 60, 80 minutes to meet Mickey, you're on a cruise. If you're on a 3-day cruise on the Wish, you just blew an hour and a half to meet a character on a boat. But there's nothing else to do. So you may as well go meet your characters, get your photos, get those feel goods. Marvel Days at Sea, I would highly recommend. Pixar Days at Sea, it gives you additional things. Be looking for those things. Be booking in October so you get the Halloween experience. Book in December so you get the Christmas experience. But my advice is, if you're looking for the Disney feel and you want to go on a cruise, hit Disney in the park for whatever many days that you feel you need to do, and then hit a Royal or an MSC. If you want to, a nice budget cruise and you want to just go and enjoy, their island is gorgeous. Go to their island, enjoy every minute of it because it's awesome. And then, if not, go on Royal Caribbean. Go enjoy it. Take the family. Go spend less money and enjoy it more. You've already had the Disney feel. Now go do some relaxation and enjoy yourself, and save some money. It's my recommendation, hands down. So the best across the board, in my opinion, at this time, and it is subject to change. If Disney decides that they're going to come out with their own version of Icon, Disney probably would win. Why? Because their service is really good. Onboard, their guest services is a train wreck. And if you're watching this Disney guest services, you can always reach back out to me. I'd love to get this fixed because I still don't have a Navigator app, and it's almost a year. So, having said that, MSC, great cruise line, very affordable. Do your homework. Reach out to us. We are cruise experts at this point. I've been on 5 this year alone. I'll put myself up there with some of them. I'm not the best. I do know it, but I also work very hard for you by finding out the information. Most people in here know that I also have Jordan for anything Disney related, but for everything else, I do have coaches, I do have team members I can go to, and I ask them a lot of questions, often enough to drive them nuts. But if you'd like somebody to book your travel for Disney, Universal, or the cruises, don't trust somebody who doesn't go there. We're in the park every day. Okay? Don't trust people who don't come here. If they're coming once a year, that's great, but that's not enough to tell you the ins and the outs of what's going on in the parks today. We are going to try Norwegian, no doubt. We're going to try every cruise line. I'm even going to do Carnival. I want to try everything because if I can't give you guys the information, why am I doing this? A good travel agent has to be somebody who says, "Hey, look, I'll take one for the team."
Sarah.
It's pumpkin time. That's fantastic.
Sarah, did you get registered this morning before you go? I'll just text you tomorrow.
Anyway, so all in all, it's really they're great cruise lines. You got to try each individual one. There's so many boats, there's so many experiences, but remember, it's not just about price; it's about value, and that value has to be price, itinerary, and ship. You go on a 1998 ship, you're not getting the Icon experience, I promise, but you're going to pay for it on Icon. What's more important to you? Do you want to just go sit on your balcony, have some cocktails, and watch the sunset? Book a cheaper cruise. Be at Seymour, okay, and enjoy those things. You want more interaction? Book a ship that has more interaction. You want to get off at different islands? Book more of like a Wonder or an MSC that's going to 14 different stops because it's a 20-day cruise and it's only $4,000. Do those things where that makes sense. But talk to your travel agent. And if you're smart, you'll video chat with us because we video chat with all clients so that we can make sure that it fits. It's what we want to do. So Disney, Universal, or cruising, contact us. It's what we do on top of all of the other things that we do that are just quite insane. Which brings us down to we are getting boxes out. Please pay attention to shipping notices so that we can get them out to you. If you don't pay your shipping bill, we obviously can't send it to you. And we've been working on it all day. We'll be working on it for the rest of the next couple of days as we get caught up. It's a light week for us this week, so we're going to make sure that we have everything ready to go for you guys. We couldn't do this without you guys. We couldn't. It makes it more fun as we're watching these things and we're looking at it so that we can better serve you. Both with videos, with content, with travel, with concierge service. It's incredible. Jill, I'm glad to hear that. Cookie boxes. Cookie boxes are coming. Get your orders in to everybody. Do the things you got to do. I hate having to send nasty emails. When it happens. But understand something. It's not that I don't love you. It's not that we don't like you. Just you didn't do what you need to do, and I'm giving you a little bit more stick than carrot. So
the lugs
that's
are,
awesome.
Roni, those lugs are amazing. It's like you got to do a collection video. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and Crystal, that's why Jordan and I were talking about the 2026 cruise, which will be something Disney related, provided we have a good experience, but I can't even book it until September or October of this year. We don't even get the 2026 calendar open. versus I can book Royal Caribbean and MSC out 2 years. So Disney's got to catch up in some things. They're really far behind with some of what they do. Let's see. Yeah, pay your tips up front. Always do your gratuities up front if you can. It's definitely the right thing. Jordan and I are going to do a how to best do cruising. He's going to obviously focus on the Disney aspects because he knows it inside and out. If you're not subscribed to Jordan's Disney Adventure, get over there. He is 30 away from 500. We need your help, everybody. Please go over, subscribe to Jordan. If you want to know about cruising with Disney, he is your guy, hands down. And then for everything else, come chat with us, talk to us. Jordan and I are going to do a show here shortly so that we can kind of go over tips and tricks, how to do things, how to save money, how to go about doing it, cost comparisons. Be a little bit boring maybe for some, but at the same time, for those of you who are actually interested in cruising, this will give you the things to do about magnetic hooks, how to decorate your door, the ducks, all the fun stuff. 29 away from 500. We're getting close. He's getting there, everybody. He puts out great content. And he's learning every day on how to video edit and to put stuff together. So go over, check out his channel. Check out Mike Wheeler. He's doing all kinds of stuff. He was just in the park yesterday. He's got some great new footage out there. Sam is out there every single day. How the man does it. But he's doing all those hockey games and anything that has to do with sports. Take a look at his shorts. They're fantastic. Simmy, get over to Sim Simmer. She is online gaming. She's going to be starting to put out some other content as well, especially as we get her to travel a little bit more. We're going to attach a GoPro to Chomps' head to make sure that we get footage because he's like a puppy. His head turns 500 miles an hour, so it's very easy to follow it. So this week coming up, a little bit of a shorter, weirder week, but tomorrow we're going to be at Magic Kingdom and Magic Kingdom only. There's a ton of new merch that dropped, so we want to get to that merch as fast as we can.
We'll be going to shops we normally don't go to because they're closed when we get there. So we're going to go like around 2-ish tomorrow and do that for y'all. And new pins are out, macaron bags are out, macaron stitches out, get your wish list in, and the new spring popcorn mix.
I watched replay. Yeah, we got extra toilet paper. But to answer your question, Goofy Guy, we're trying to get Sim's dog Gertie to win a contest. As cutest dog in the whole wide world, she'll be on the cover of the magazine. Sim will get stuff written about her, but it will allow Sim to also say, "Hey, look, this is my support dog, and this is what SMA is. This is how," and she'll get that exposure, and it'll expose her channel. Sim could theoretically gain thousands of people that will support her channel and support SMA. So we really, truly appreciate everybody for going over there. Let's jack Gertie back up. Let's get her back over into the number one spot. But this is going to go on for a couple of weeks. So just know that if you keep hearing us say, "Hey, vote for Gertie," run over, hit that Gertie. Let's get her in there. Let's get her to win. We're not going to stop promoting it. I can tell you that much. If you guys are tired of hearing it, sorry. I love Sim and Chomps to death, and I want them to win. So if I can use my bully pulpit a little bit so that we can spread the word about SMA, maybe we can beat this thing. It'd be great if we beat something. So let's use our powers of good for once. It's all fun to talk about Disney and cruising and all of the fun stuff in the world. But at the end of the day, it'd be kind of amazing if they could beat SMA and Sim could do whatever she wants to do. That would be incredible. Where can I send you an item I want you to find to purchase in the park? That's a great question. And let me put that right here. So you can also run over to our website, because if you've never shopped with us before, all that we ask you do is that I'm in the wrong thing. Let me run up to shopping.
So there's a lot of good Easter treats, everybody. They have the springtime treats going on in Magic Kingdom. So
if you have never shopped with us before and you do want to buy, go up to FloridaParkExplorers.com. Go over to our personal shopper page. Scroll all the way down past the fees. You'll notice a box. Fill it out, and you are good to go. You can put your request right in there. You can also upload photos, which is super good and easy. To the folks who are going to be joining us on the Treasure, and you have sent in your information, I will be putting up a page tomorrow that will have the ability to put in name, address, phone numbers, all that fun stuff. The same kind of box. But we're all, so this way you can say, I'm coming in on a Tuesday. I want to stay at Pop Century. Here's my credit card information. This way, instead of me asking for it and doing the way that we were doing it, I'm uncomfortable with the way that the system was going. This will give me a secure area and a secure access, and it'll give me the little lock on top so that this way all of your information is private and secure. So we're going to be doing that starting probably tomorrow. So, basically, that takes us through to
They have bunny butt treats.
bunny butts are back.
Bunny butts are back.
Bunny
You
butts.
probably have those in the big top.
So remember, pay your bills or they're coming for you. That is a guarantee.
Are they out on bail or something? Because they look
They're
like
getting out pretty soon.
Okay.
And if you want those treasure treats, make sure, theme park treats, that you go ahead and get your orders in fpepickups@gmail.com. That will get everything over to us so that we can best serve you guys with
let's
that
see,
as well.
because Easter is 2 weeks from this.
Jen's got a Mickey face right now, but that's only because we're going to go ahead and do our Chewy shout. There's our Wookiee shout out. What is this crazy man talking about? Why is there a Jedi? What is Club 33? This is our membership program offline. Come join us over at floridaparkexplorers.com. Go to the membership page, pick out Elite, Super Shopper, or Galactic 33. That is a combination of all of the different things in one.
Marcella, I'm not sure if I'm going to go tomorrow and show the treats, but I'm definitely next week. We're going to do it so y'all can get them in time for Easter.
I may have Jen go early so she can stop and at least take pictures.
At least do a quick little video to show and take some pictures.
Because we're going to be changing a little bit of what you guys see on social media. For IG, for Facebook, and for our community. We're going to start getting very interactive with our community posts on YouTube. It's going to say things like, if you want this, drop an answer here. For those of you who are registered, it's way easier for you to go, yeah, I want that. And then this way we can actually be able to grab it, keep track, and go from there. This way you're not having to stop, get off the page, hit an email. It will make things a little bit smoother, especially if we're picking up things like bubble bar earrings or something along that's off the beaten track. So anything that we can do to make your lives easier, that's what we're here for.
Last year, didn't we ship the cupcakes?
We tried the
Grand
cupcakes.
Glow, and
Christine
got
got
them.
them. So
We just couldn't get back to get them. I think they stopped doing it.
So we're going to do everything we can to bring you those treats, and obviously there's tons of new places opening with great treats. So we want to make sure that we're doing those things for you guys.
Let me see if I can find.
So we'll see how the whole thing goes. But if you guys have any other questions, drop it in the chat right now so that we can answer those questions for you. Tomorrow is Magic Kingdom. Thursday will be Character Warehouse, followed by, where are you going?
We're going to go to Epcot in the hour. We're going to do some flower and gardening.
So that'll be Thursday. Friday will be Character Warehouse. And we're going to hit Springs after that. Saturday, we will be meeting up with personal shopping. Yeah, without a doubt. Well, we do personal shopping. We also do a concierge pickups in the parks because they frown upon reselling. We are not resellers. We do not do that. So please go ahead and read that. If you have any questions, send us an email. We're going to see Christine Hickman in Universal on Saturday. We may pop up for an hour and do a power hour of shopping, theoretically. May happen, may not. We're going to be with Christine and have some fun, so we're more interested in hanging out with her and doing what we're doing. But if there's Universal requests, we will be there Saturday, so let us know. The cruise was fantastic. We had a great time. Go back and watch. We give a breakdown of all three. We had a great time. We have a ton of content coming out. I'll be releasing about a 45-minute video from the owner of Max's Diner from Saved by the Bell. He was a magician on the boat. Ed Alonzo, he was fantastic. One of the best shows we've seen. Greece was tremendous. Go back and watch that. Yes, it lags in some spots, but we were in the middle of the ocean, so these things do happen. Other than that, I've got a lot of shorts that are coming. We have Brookie. We have a lot of things that we'll be putting out. I'm also going to be putting together almost a vlog style to make sure that you guys see everything. So, we're going to be, we're going to put on a lot of content. I want you guys to see what we saw. I've got a travel video that's going to be coming out to kind of promote us as travel agents. I want to start getting more into this. I didn't like doing it in the beginning because I wasn't good at it. I'm getting a lot better at it, a lot faster. I understand the ins and the outs because I'm doing the traveling and because I understand cruising a lot better now. In the beginning, it was a little bit, hey, what's this, what's that? Now it's second nature. Almost all boats are the same. It's just the policies and procedures that are different.
Marcella, were you getting that too? I think so. Yeah, I think that's what.
I'm going to lick all of them. Don't worry about it. So with that, everybody, if we have no other questions, we have no other anythings. I guess it's time.
It's time.
It's time. So until tomorrow, everybody, we always say one thing as explorers, which is to have a magical day. But as travel agents, we also sit there and say, go explore. It's an amazing world out there. I never thought in a million years that I would ever love Haiti, but I loved it there. I cannot wait to go back. It's a gorgeous island with just, I mean, it is surreal. So make sure that you open your eyes, explore a little bit, and then have a magical day, everybody. Can't wait to see you guys this week. We're back at it. Take care. Thank you.